guys like Jonah Jackson can get healthy. Everyone who has nicks and all these bumps and all of that, it gives them a chance to get ready kind of for the Super Bowl. So you just have to win this game. Like you have to give everything you have. It's like going forward, like all of the injuries, none of that matters. Just give everything you have for the next game, and then we'll just get to the next one, and then you give everything you have for the Super Bowl. Let's talk about this matchup, though. I think, at least in my opinion, when you're in a matchup like this, the biggest storyline of the game, there's big-time players like Debo and Nick Bosa and George Kittle, and on the other side of the field, you have Fred Warner. You have all these pieces. On the Lions, you have all these pieces. I think when it comes to the championship games and Super Bowls, the storylines and the main pieces of them are the quarterbacks. It always comes down to that. You see in the NFC, you have Jared Goff versus Brock Purdy. In the AFC, you have Lamar and Mahomes. Bro, I'll start with you here.
Thank you.
Jared Goff, Brock Purdy. And I know the heavyweights did this, and they had this conversation, but I wanted to have the similar one. And I know where we're at kind of with Jared Goff, but I'm just looking, and I looked before the show at the stats of Brock and Jared.
Similar.
Basically identical.
Yeah.
They've had a very, very similar year. Same record. Everything about their seasons are the same. The only difference is everyone gives the 49ers credit, and no one gives the Detroit Lions credit.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at this battle, I think in battles like this is cliche, and this might Booner, your biased opinion. I'm going to take the underdog. I'm going to take the Jared Goff in this. You have the exact same guy, and I think Jared Goff has the experience, and he's a better football player right now.
Are you calling Jared Goff the underdog quarterback, or the fact that he's a quarterback of the underdog team?
On the underdog team.
Okay, cool.
On the underdog team. Because I think Jared Goff's a better quarterback. Like, if you're like Booner, who would you rather have on your team right now? I'm taking Jared Goff 10 times out of 10 times over Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny, that narrative, and this isn't any one in particular, it has shifted in the last couple of weeks, because Purdy, even with his struggles in the middle of the season, he was still up there near the top of the MVP odds, and it was just consistently talked about as one of those top guys in the NFC, which he's up there. I don't think he's number one, but you're right. Jared Goff, they have very similar stats, very similar situations. I think it's going to come down to, or what I hope I should say it comes down to, his experience. Jared Goff does have playoff experience. He has experience winning an NFC championship game and getting to the Super Bowl. So however that he can impart that knowledge on his team, he and CD Deuce, and Zalone, the guys who have played in a Super Bowl, I think is clutch. But you're right. We could talk about every matchup on this field. I do believe, Booner, it's going to come down to the quarterbacks.
Yeah, and I did have a graphic I wanted to pull up. And in KG, there's this one, and I see there's a guy in the chat here. I'm guessing is a 49ers.
187.
Yeah.
I see him.
It feels like every week we get these, opposing fans, which is great.
It's fine.
We're in the NFC Championship now. We're probably going to get more and more and more and more. We welcome you in, as always. 187. Couple comments. I'll read them off here for you. Goff 3-6 against us. Goff gonna Goff. We own Goff.
If you come with the same, if you start spamming the same stuff, that'll be a quick exit.
No, he could 187. I want you to stay because I want to tell you. I just want to spit some facts to you. Do you take Brock Purdy as your quarterback? Because if you take Brock Purdy as your quarterback, he has the exact same stats as Jared Goff, same record, same everything. But guess what? He has the underdog team, and he's taken that team to an NFC Championship versus your guys' team, who has all of those All-Pro players, all of those Pro Bowl players, all of those people that everyone talks about. Brock Purdy has all of that. Guess what Jared Goff doesn't have? All of that. He's got the Kyle Shanahan offensive prodigy, all of this. So 187, this is different. And I'm going to give him a little bit of thing. I'm going to give you some ammo here, just so you can't use this against us. KG, can you throw the Jared Goff, what he is versus the 49ers, that stat up?
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a little ammo.
At the end of it,
I would rather us be like, hey, look at this, than have 187 or 49ers fans on Twitter being like, oh, look at this versus Goff. Like, no, we know. Different team, different player, different organization. And there it is.
Looks like he can't keep Goff's name out of his effing mouth.
Oh, 187? Yeah, sometimes you just...
This is the stat
Goff
that they were talking about on the heavies. It was somebody in the chat. I don't know if it was 187, but somebody had brought up that Goff was like 0-4 against the Niners, and we saw that he was 3-6. But I see last 5 games.
So this is the last 5 games. I want to put this into context, though, guys. Do you guys remember the last couple of years of Jared Goff's career in LA? Brutal. Yeah. So the last 2 seasons, that's those 4 games. And the first time he ever played the 49ers in Detroit was the first season when you started 0-10-1. So that 05, like this record that Jared Goff has versus these aren't on good football teams that he's played against them. Now he has a good football team. 187. When Jared Goff has a good football team, guess what? He's 3-1 versus the 49ers on a good football team.
Oh, that was just the last five games?
Last 5 games.
Oh!
That's why I just wanted to put it into perspective because, hey, I'll give you that. If you want to say, hey, good job, Jared. Hey, we're 0-5. We're 5-0 versus Jared Goff the last 5. Awesome. He wasn't on a great. The football teams weren't great. At the end of his career in LA, were they great teams?
They were
not the best.
Not the best.
Missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? And then his first year in Detroit, they were 0-10-1.
Yeah.
Before that, guess what? He was 3-1 before that 0-5 stretch.
Yeah, so tell these people something they don't know about me. Just gave them all the ammo. Come on, does anybody watch movies in here?
I do, but you lost me on that.
Let's go. Yes.
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
God, it must be in the stash.
I'm sorry we're uncultured, you know.
Yeah. But you're right, Booter.
You see what I'm saying?
It's a new Goff. It's a new team.
When he's on a good team, like,
it's a new culture. This Lions team, we can all admit it. This Lions team is brand new, and while that's a catchy catchphrase, it is 100% the truth. This entire Lions organization is new, and with guys like Goff, guys like Dan Campbell leading, Amon-Ra, Penei Sewell. Old Lions teams would go to San Francisco and get bullied. Like they would lose and it would be ugly. I don't know what the score would be, but they would just get out physical. They would go in knowing that they're the inferior team and letting the 49ers just be the bullies. This team is not going to do that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. As a fan, I believe they're going to win. I haven't decided yet about this game. Or I'm not giving my prediction yet, I should say. But they're not going to get bullied. They're going to go give the 49ers everything they have.